Hello once again. How are you doing? I'm doing fine. In these fine duds. Let's continue the cleanup procedure of picking up papers in this messy office. Official findings report reply the prime candidate program internal confidential. Per authorization from Mr. Kirkland, internal investigation P-1242-9 was launched into the legality of the prime candidate program redacted by the Federal Bureau of Control. Since all known subjects relevant to the investigation used executive privilege to decline interviews, very little first-hand information was gathered. However, anonymous sources and documentation declassified by Mr. Kirkland both paint an alarmingly clear picture of the systematic redacted and redacted we're brought into the oldest house and placed under redacted examination and tested with the aim of appointing one as director upon maturity. This program has produced no successful cases and only resulted in traumatic redacted of paranaturally inclined redacted. Not only this in this branch of the Ash Act, but in its not only is this in breach of the Ash Act, but it flies in the face of basic human redacted. Did they redact rights? Human, what did they redact there? Anyway, this investigation team unequivocally redacted the prime candidate program and recommends that it be redacted immediately. Refer to file 9-82-0136 for full report. Man, they redact a lot of stuff. But then again, it kind of makes sense. You know, it's sort of their job. They make things go away. It's my building. I could do what I want. Resignation letter. Oh no, someone quit? You can't quit the borough. You never can quit the Bureau. Federal Bureau of Control, redacted, 2019, to whom it may concern. It is with great anger and regret that I tender my resignation as head of investigators for the Federal Bureau of Control. I do this in protest of the rampant disregard for my department's redacted. My staff cannot continue to work in these conditions. Previous requests and warnings have fallen on deaf ears, so I must now rely on my actions to speak louder than my words ever could. I blame this situation on our redacted, who has routinely ignored my requests for assistance in reclaiming the parts of the investigations sector lost to the redacted loose inside. I will never forget the screams of brave agents begging for us to open that fire break. I will carry that shame for the rest of my days. The redacted has failed his agents. I shall never forgive him for that. Sincerely, William Kirkland. Well, Mr. Kirkland, I'm pretty sure I know who it was that was doing that. And it's probably because, you know, he's dead. And there's been an awful lot of insane stuff going on. I'm still figuring out my own building. But we'll find you. Probably. Hopefully. And you'll get to meet the new head of the oldest house, the Federal Bureau of Control, who is doing a much better job, I think, of cleaning up the oldest house. Because I'm actually using the gun instead of sitting behind a desk with it, blowing my brains out. Which I don't know if it's part of the plan or not, but that's how the game started. Burrow Tractor A182-KE Supplementary Materials. Note, miscommunication led to a local coroner examining the body of William Burrow. Burrow Williams, male, Caucasian. Case summary, 33-year-old man found dead on his property, per police report. Remains obtained before coroner's office also include blood, urine, bile, stomach contents, and bone fragments. Autopsy findings, blunt force injuries to head. A. Lacerations, left ear, cheek. Blunt force injuries, extremities. A. Dislocation, right knee. B. Complete avulsion of the right upper extremity with associated fracture of the proximal right humerus. Extensive trauma, abdominal region. A. Complete avulsion of multiple organs, including stomach, heart, liver, pancreas, kidneys, and portions of the large and small intestines, all missing from scene. Conclusion, it is my opinion that Mr. Burrow's death is not the result of a mechanical accident, as claimed by authorities. The removal of organs is consistent with animal attack. The tractor was hungry. It nommed on Mr. Burrows. It just wanted food. What is this doing? Is it powering anything? Like, at all? Well, I guess it would be powering that light if that light was doing anything, but it seems like it's not doing anything. Let me in. Space helmet? Official warning from Trench. Kirkland, I'm growing tired of your blatant attempts to lay your incompetence at my doorstep. I know you want this to be true, but you are head of investigations. This failure is your responsibility. What did you think would happen holding a dangerous specimen in investigations? The containment sector exists for a reason. They are better trained and better equipped for this type of work. In fact, they have admirably taken on certain AWE monitoring responsibilities that your staff are no longer capable of. This happens more and more now. And don't you think your petty internal investigations have gone past my notice? You are a worm. Everything I've done has been for the benefit of the Bureau. The Prime Candidate program only failed because of Darling. You are both failures, plotting against me. You are traitors, but the truth will emerge out of you. You are choosing to become my enemy, Kirkland. You don't want to be. Zachariah Trench, Director of the Federal Bureau of Control. Ah, he's been going crazy for some time. I didn't see a date on that, but, you know, who knows? This is technically taking place in 2019, this game, I think. Or 2020, who knows? Official finding report for Redacted. Summary. Per authorization from Mr. Kirkland, Redacted was launched into Redacted of Director Zachariah Trench. A recent change in Redacted witnessed in Director Trench includes aggressive Redacted when Redacted with other staff has been observed. However, this investigation is aimed at interpreting this issue rather than proving it. Notable Redacted between Director Trench and Dr. Darling has been witnessed by numerous Bureau staff. Although both declined to meet for an interview on the matter, witness accounts suggest their arguments center around the Dimensional Research Wing and the Redacted kept inside. However, no evidence exists to confirm Director Trench's Redacted as anything more than interpersonal disagreements. This investigation has concluded that Director Trench's behavior is not indicative of any Redacted, and that his fitness to lead is not in question. Refer to file Redacted for full report. I guess we'll never know what file to refer to. Oh, woes of redacting things. Official findings report. Reply, Dr. Rhea Underhill. Summary. Dr. Rhea Underhill is a professor at the University of Woodrow in the United Kingdom, where she teaches biology with a focus on botany. Dr. Underhill once worked with the Bureau as a parabotanist stationed in the research sector of the oldest house. She served with no incidents or demerits and is praised by those who formerly worked with her, including Dr. Darling. Dr. Underhill has no known connections to paracriminal organizations or any record of breaching her NDA since leaving the Bureau. Her civilian behavior has been ideal, with the exception of an ongoing personal relationship with Dr. Darling that appears to have begun during their time as co-workers in the research sector and revisited intermittently ever since. Depending on the duration of her work in the oldest house, it may be required to have both parties sign a relationship clearance form. This investigation has found no compelling reason to deny Dr. Darling's request to offer Dr. Underhill an interim position with the aim of finding a solution to the mold threshold issue. Refer to file 7-08-5286 for full report. Ooh, so much reading. Ooh, oh, this isn't something to read. This is a box. Box full of dunk. Lovely dunk. Okay, I'm going to immediately delete that because it's already terrible. Oh, it didn't bring me to the page I wanted. See, I did some inventory management stuff before I got on here, so you guys don't have to deal with it too much. Trying to be more efficient. I say, as I've nearly done 2 episodes of just reading papers that we found in this building. Federal Bureau of Control to Chief Investigator Dennis. It happened again. 3rd time this year. Something clearly has it out for our Redacted. Could be raccoons. The locals certainly complain about them enough, but why the hell would raccoons keep going after a monitoring station? Doesn't add up. Anyway, I've got a Bureau tech going to the site next week to take a look. Next on the list of recurring problems is the staff at the Lake House Research Station. How am I supposed to effectively keep an eye on Redacted Lake if they won't let me see any data? Hell, I don't even know what they're researching out there. We need to petition them again to share their info with investigation agents. It's only a matter of time before this Redacted hits again, and I want to be prepared. I'm assuming that's this AWE. Anyway, if anyone at HQ asks why the Bright Falls report is a little thin this month, tell them it's because we couldn't take any readings. In the meantime, I might invest in some raccoon traps. Sincerely, Agent Estevez. So, that's all about Alan Wake right there. Firebreak. Head sector office is up there. And one more thing. I think this might be the last one. Staffing issue. Mr. Dennis. So yes, there's an increase in AWE cases. And yes, it would be a good idea to put together a special task force to examine exactly why that is. However, it seems that a tiny little detail has slipped through the cracks. We don't have the damn staff. If you expect us to detect, investigate, and process more AWE cases, you need to give us more people. It's simple math. Between the staff we lost in the Hartman thing and the ones who left for other departments after Kirkland quit, we're barely managing to keep up with the workload. Hell, just filing the paperwork for all the altered items we left behind in the sector has been an ordeal. Another thing, and this is going to sound paradoxical, but we have an overcrowding situation. This lobby isn't meant to accommodate a whole sector's worth of staff. We put forward a motion to move investigations to a more suitable location months ago. It better not still be sitting on your desk. The people are getting restless, and as Kirkland's interim replacement, it's your job to handle it. Best regards, Agent Grayson. Yeah, it does seem kind of cramped in here. Jesse did mention that. Can I,
It's not working.
Okay.
Probably
Yep.
lose
Yep.
power somewhere.
So that goes nowhere. So we're gonna go over here. See what's up these stairs. Where does this lead? Ah, into this room, which I broke the window of. Alright. Well, all we need is to, nope, not that one. This one? Yeah, there we go. Where did this go again? Up here? Yep, up here. And clunk.
That gate should open.
Indeed. Let's see. Boop. Yeah. Ooh, dance. Oh, more papers. Specimen escape assessment. What are we gonna fight in here? More hiss? Who knows? Maybe darkness monsters. Summary. The purpose of internal investigation X-039-7 is to examine the containment failure of specimen SI-1 that resulted in the deaths of redacted agents. Is that an SL? No, it's probably all uppercase, so SI. An inspection report of the containment equipment 3 days earlier showed no faults. Investigators suspect human error to be the cause, yet no department has provided any evidence to support this. Technicians were able to recover the researchers' notes on the specimen from the internal network. On the redacted of redacted, the specimen began displaying a sharp increase in aggressive redacted. Cross-referencing that data with various logs found only 2 events inconsistent with the sector's daily routine. Number 1, the air filters were changed, and number 2, an hour prior to the incident, a civilian named Alice Redacted entered the sector regarding an unrelated investigation. See in view hashtag. Why did I say hashtag? That's a number symbol. It's a pound symbol. 65-F-124. Given their connections to the same ADOV case. Oh. That's Mr. Wake's wife. It is likely that Mrs. Wake's presence is relevant to the specimen's escape and to the redacted. Investigation is ongoing. Refer to file 6-23-072144 for report. Beep. Hi, Polaris. Oh, it's nice to see you again. I love Alan Wake, but being a superhuman, just so much more fun. So much more fun.
I'm no detective, but something definitely happened here.
Oh yes, for sure, for sure. Also, Jesse is, in my opinion, much more attractive than Alan Wake. I mean, Alan Wake is attractive, but well, I'm more interested in, you know, lady. Anyway, we missed holding a button to see what that new one was. Curses. I don't know what it was. Unread? That's an organization? Yeah, that looks right. This group individual has operated outside of the Bureau's notice for decades. The Blessed Organization. Perhaps longer, displaying a level of skill and caution rarely seen in paracriminal groups. A review of past cases has found various mentions of their activity over the years. In 2016, a production company called Blessed Pictures was connected to the altered item case, as well as the death of an agent from exposure to illicit paranatural materials. In 1984, a Los Angeles-based public speaker named Chester Bless was involved in the legal use of an altered item. Illegal. In 1988, a business called Blessed Repair and Service was suspected of involvement with an object of power case, perhaps even creating it. None of these businesses or individuals have ever been located. However, their connection to appearances of altered items and objects of power is too direct to be considered circumstantial. An arrest order has been issued for any persons believed to be involved with the Blessed Organization. Refer to file 7-39-0922 for full report. So, is that the only one that we missed? I think that's just files, right? Let's see if case files. It's not going to be multimedia. Unread VHS. That was for the TV that we saw in the previous thing. Okay, hang on. We got to read this. VHS cassette tape. AI-12-PE. Containment procedure. Item has proven impossible to fully contain when in proximity of human beings. Item is to be sent to redacted, and redacted of the oldest house in order to prevent any further access. Future access. Description. A VHS video home system tape cassette. Item will not eject from the television player used at the time its altered status became evident. The VHS place footage of redacted. Ati. We know it's Ati. We saw him. Entity A-001. Entity. Cleaning a floor and dancing. This footage renders individuals incapable of movement, speech, or thought while the television screen is within view. This effect is estimated to last indefinitely, though the most time spent in this state by a test subject is 21 hours. Individuals only recollect hearing strange music during their entranced state. Footage plays on a constant loop even when the television is not connected to a power source. Even when the television and its footage are contained within an enclosed cell with no window, agents in proximity have been driven to open and enter the cell by the item's entrancing nature. Why am I immune to that? Polaris? Who knows? But that is all the time in this bit. So, thank you for watching. If you got this far in the video, I appreciate it. You can hear these cool messages now. Because I want you to stay safe. And stay awesome. And be safe. And be awesome. Say it backwards sometimes. Say it forward sometimes. But, thank you for watching. The Sun Dasher, signing out. For now.